Good evening, viewers. This is Hajar Muhanna from Kuwait Television 2. This is the last episode of Ukraine Cultural Week in Kuwait under the slogan of art, culture, trade, education, medicine, and sport. Those events that unite Ukraine and present it to the world. I hope you enjoy today's reception. Today's event is considered the last event in the Ukraine Cultural Week, which is a reception to celebrate and commemorate the effort of all the participants in the Ukraine Cultural Week in Kuwait. Ukraine is everything. It's glad to meet His Excellency Dr. Alexander Balanouza, the Ambassador of Ukraine Embassy. Doctor, let me say the word magnificent about the Ukraine Cultural Week. What do you say about it?
I say that I'm very happy to see you. Thank you again, because you've been so hard, so intensive, so hard working with your whole crew to cover all my events, our events during the week. And we had 20 events, and you had 20 events covered. So before I answer all the questions, I have to say specific, grateful thanks to the whole crew of the TV, of all the journalists who are doing the job to cover all the events. Thank you so much. And I'm sure that everybody should see it, that I'm saying it. Thank you so much. So thank you so much.
Thank you. So you're saying that Kuwaiti people was active in your events?
Indeed. We had 20 people, 20 events, and each event we had some unexpected number of people to come. Should we talk about sports, or should we talk about music, or should we talk about the fashion show? Everywhere we had hundreds of people, without an exaggeration. And I'm very happy to see today so many hundreds of people supporting us. So I'm very happy.
In the presence of the Minister of Trade and Industry, Mr. Khalid Al-Rodan, to support the Ukraine Cultural Week participant. We're having our doctor, Dr. Anton, again and again. Doctor, tell us about your impression about Kuwait and the Kuwaiti people as well.
Yeah, it's my first time in Kuwait, and I was very impressed from Kuwait. I think it's very beautiful. It can impress everyone, and the most beautiful that you can see in Kuwait is Kuwait's people. They are very open. They always want to help you and to give you the hand if you need it. So I think I will come back to Kuwait again and again.
Sure, we will be glad actually, and we wish you all the best, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
We're having an economist in Ukraine, Mr. Ahmed Al-Hajji. Mr. Ahmed, tell us about your impression of the Ukraine Cultural Week in Kuwait.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. For the week of Ukraine culture, actually it's the most wonderful week we have. This is the first time they done it like that. Usually they make one day only for the national day, but this one is very perfect one, which is they have a lot of event. They have for clothes, for art, for music, and also for investment, and it's very wonderful one they have this year.
Whether in music, art, sport, culture, medicine, and education. Finally, we've met our maestro, Mr. Erman. Mr. Erman, tell us about your experience performing in Kuwait for the first time.
The first one, I would like to say that I'm really first time in Kuwait, state of Kuwait, and I have very, very deep and bright impressions. we have very interesting, very wonderful, very beautiful country and people. And we had honor to perform yesterday concert with Kyiv Classic Symphonic Orchestra, and public was very hot, very expressive, and it was really great pleasure to perform for so wonderful public. And we, with great pleasure, introduce to Kuwait public Ukrainian music, European and world music, and to prepare musical surprises. We performed pieces from repertoire Feiruz and one song Hayat Al-Bimak from repertoire Kaisum.
It's our pleasure to have you here in Kuwait. In the middle of the reception, I found Mr. Shuvra, an intelligent mind. Mr. Shuvra, tell us about your impression about Kuwaiti people and Kuwait as well.
It's fantastic. You know, I am not first time here in Kuwait. I always love to be in Kuwait, and the weather is wonderful. Your people, because the business forum we had, it was very successful. A lot of business inquiries, and the concert yesterday which we had, I am so happy to see that Kuwaiti people like so much of music. Altogether, I'm very happy that I'm here. I all my best wishes for this wonderful country.
We're having our singer Katerina again. Miss Katerina, this is the last day. Tell us about your expression about Kuwait.
I didn't really have much time to see Kuwait, but I'm trying when I have some breaks between rehearsals and performances, and I try to see as much as I can. And I really like this country, and I don't know how to even how to describe my feelings, because it's so calm at the same time. Like, not so many people, and people are so nice and friendly. And this architecture, like those condominiums I see, they're so modern, like I don't even know, some cosmic impression for me, but at the same time it's mixed with this colorate of like real Arabic country, and all your people. I really like this country, and I don't know, so today I felt like I was in New York. When I went to those towers and I was seeing the sea and those buildings, it felt like that even. But at the same time, when you see the people, this is something undescribable.
We're having an activist and a supporter of the Ukraine Cultural Week in Kuwait, Mr. Tawfiq Al-Jundi. Mr. Tawfiq, tell us about the Ukrainian community here in Kuwait or in the UAE.
My name is Tawfiq Al-Jundi. I am an activist in the Ukrainian community in the United Arab Emirates, and I'm also supporting the community in the state of Kuwait. And I came to support the Ukrainian Week in the state of Kuwait, which has started on Sunday, and today is the last day. And basically it's all about cultural, sport, art, economic, medical. Ukraine is the largest country size-wise in Europe, and we have around 46 million inhabitants over there. It's huge. It has got mountains, rivers, sea, and even desert.
Actually, we're aiming to visit Ukraine as soon as possible. Thank you very much, Mr. Tawfiq.
Thank you very much. We'll be happy to host you. Just let us know.
Today's event is a reception to sum up all the events that were held in Kuwait for the Ukraine Cultural Week. Ukraine is everything.